Alrighty, everyone. That will conclude all of the DLCs in this game, viewers. I'm gonna keep my opinion of them once we finish the game, which is we're not far from this point, viewers. This is gonna be the final verse. The finale of Drakengard 3 starts now, viewers. The final song. Everything is black and white. Oh, we killed all the intoners.
Zero.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay silent for this one, viewers.
This is it. Once the flower's in full bloom, you have to destroy it.
Okay.
There's one more thing I need to tell you.
What?
You've grown strong, Mikhail.
Zero. Zero, you big dummy.
Alright, viewers. This is a Have a Nice Day speaking, viewers, from the future. I did this attempt without saying anything and thought, I might just want to focus on this boss fight. There's a lot of silence. Actually, I didn't say anything. Maybe up until I finished this attempt. So I thought I would run you guys through this particular boss fight. There's a lot of people that think that this boss fight is unfair and challenging. Challenging? I think it is. Unfair? Maybe at one point, viewers, but people do not recognize that this boss fight is a rhythm game. This is a rhythm game. This is a rhythm challenge. People, when you see like this boss, these rings coming at you, and you have to time, Mikhail's ability to deflect these rings. You think that the only thing you need to do is just wait for the ring to reach Mikhail and just you press the button. But as you progress with this particular boss, you start seeing that it's gonna play some tricks on you, some visual tricks. making it, trying to rely visually on where the ring's at before you press the deflect button. It's gonna be a little bit challenging, somewhat even impossible. So after many attempts, you will realize that this is a rhythm game. You actually have to find the timing for when you need to press the deflect button, and I'm gonna show you here. This is all you need to do is just try to find the timing. And the way that I actually managed to find the timing, it's just doing some taps, knowing an how do you say it? Like try to find the correct timing by having your own by playing on your own rhythm. Tap 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 press. Tap 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 press. I'm actually I'm using my leg to tap my legs 4 times, and then I press. Tap 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 press press press. Tap 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 press. And that's it. Tap 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 press press press. The rest is just you need to know the combination of the buttons that you actually do after that. Like this is where the game is gonna challenge you. You're not gonna actually know where the ring is, but it's all about timing the rhythm. Tap 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 press. This is gonna be the main thing that you have to rely on. It's actually about the timing, not visually. Tap 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 press press press. Tap 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 press 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 press. Tap 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 press 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 press. And I gotta be honest with you viewers, I had a grin on my face like while trying to attempt this boss. I absolutely love this boss fight. I think this is by far one of my favorite boss fights in gaming. One of them, not the best one. One of them. It's absolutely amazing. Like the song, the musics, and the visuals here. Like simplistic, but yet effective. You can actually see the destruction around the materializing flower. And you can actually see it's actually taking form of the shape of all of the encounters that we've seen so far. Yeah, do not rely on the visuals. You'll have to rely on the timing. And this is the climax here. Oh my goodness. This boss fight is a feast to the senses, viewers. I absolutely love this boss fight. Okabe is a legend. Ugh! Tap, 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 press, press. So you're gonna ask me, viewers, how many attempts that this actually took me before I finish it? I'm gonna leave this until I actually finish this particular attempt, and you guys are gonna know. I gotta be honest with you, viewers. There were multiple times in the past where I actually wanted to attempt this boss fight blindfolded, just to show people that you don't actually need to look at the screen to know where it is. The tricky part, it's here. This is where the game is actually gonna I don't know, I'm not gonna say it's gonna cheat. It's gonna tell you that, hey, I'm gonna change the timing a little bit. Can you adapt to that? And you can see here. Tap, 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 press. It's not gonna work. It's way far from here. You're actually gonna have to predict. And people do not like this last part. This one is definitely the most challenging one, but it's all about timing, really. And you guys are gonna ask how many times that this boss attempt took me? I think past Have a Nice Day have the answer for that.
Hey, Zero?
Yeah?
I had a lot of fun.
First try, motherfuckers! Yeah!
It was really hard.
Stop repeating things.
I'm gonna stay silent for the ending. Enjoy the ending, viewers.
Eat next to you, getting to fly around with you, getting to have you yell at me, and then getting to be friends again. It was really, really fun.
I'm glad. Mikhail,
Yeah?
it's almost time.
Okay. Good night, Zero.
Recording. The intoners have been sealed off in another world. The threat of the flower has been extinguished from this branch. However, the possibility exists that this seal could unravel at some time or location in the future. Until then, our recording efforts will continue. Oh, and a personal addendum regarding my observational target, Zero. Perhaps this is beyond my functional requirements as a recorder, but I cannot shake the feeling that somehow, somewhere, Zero is still alive. And that someday, she and I will see each other again. Crazy, I know. Call it a hunch.
And there it is, viewers. There it is. Drakengard 3, viewers. Honest to God, viewers. Honest to God. This attempt took me only once. It took me one time. Although for the record, I did have to continue. I kind of failed the first attempt, but I was trying to adjust, the way that I said that, because you cannot press start while trying to fight the boss. By the way, viewers, I think this is like part of the challenge or something, or I probably didn't press start correct, so I didn't think of it. So I'm trying to adjust the mic and remove it so I can take my seating and all that. But honest to God, viewers, first time, and I could not believe it. You can actually hear the enthusiasm from after finishing that. With that said, viewers, we've reached the finale of this playthrough. Where do I start actually talking about the game? First of all, I am actually glad that this game exists, viewers. Like, I was at a point where, as a fan of the previous Drakengard games, seeing how they weren't that commercially successful, I really didn't think that we're gonna see any of that game before. It was kind of a miracle, actually, that we got Nier. Someone said that, hey, Yoko Taro, give him another chance. He can actually make a good game. And guess what? He made Nier. Nier was didn't really sell that well, but it was people looked at it as a cult classic, and the popularity of that game has been growing, year after year after year, and I think someone in Square Enix thought, hey, Yoko Taro is actually the guy that can make these games, these games that people actually like, and this game existed probably thanks to the success of Nier. This is probably why this game existed. So I'm glad that this game exists, even though as it is, it's one of these games that you really, really hard to recommend. Because, man, especially if you're gonna play this game on the PlayStation 3. Yeah, keep in mind, viewers, that I've been playing this game on PC, emulated, of course. And the game on PlayStation 3, it's just, oh my goodness, it's a slideshow. There are a lot of the parts in this game that are gonna be a slideshow. Especially if you start summoning Mikhail, summoning of dragons, if there are a lot of explosions near you. The game is gonna run at a single-digit frame rate, which is absolutely unacceptable for an action game. You cannot let an action game run as bad as this. You cannot. You're not allowed to do that. So as a game, and I'm gonna talk about Drakengard as a game here, viewers. Like personal preference, I wouldn't personal preference definitely gonna show, since I already said this is my second run overall of the game, and with me trying to get all of the weapons and read about them, and which is something that I'm gonna discuss later. As an action game, there are a few mechanics that I'm gonna question it a little bit, because you have the ability to dodge. Usually in action games, so when you have the ability to dodge, you have some sort of an iframe that helps you with the dodge mechanic. Of course, the penalty with the recovery, so you have to rely on timing where you dodge. There is no invincibility frames for the dashes in Drakengard, and which is fine. Like, this is acceptable as well. You have to time your dash to actually, use the dash to get away from the hurt box that's coming towards you, whether it's a swing, whether it's a fireball. But here lies the problem with that dash. It still will have some sort of a recovery to it, which is, defeats the purpose of actually using that a lot. You can kind of cancel it, but you cancel it into something that will lose you your momentum, and that's the big problem with these kind of dashes. Like, I can accept a dash that has absolutely no invincibility frames. People always call it like iframes, but for you to actually penalizing you for losing your momentum, like your movement momentum, is kind of a harsh penalty, which makes the game a little bit sluggish. I gotta be honest with you. I'm gonna continue with my review after we see the epilogue here, which is gonna be interesting, viewers. I kind of spoiled it. Unintentionally. So there are 2 accords, huh? Or is that a replacement?
Recording duties complete. Excellent work. Well, I wonder how the future's going to unfold from here on.
Kind of took a look at the future with Mikhail's memory. What the hell? What?
Here's another huge mess for us to deal with.
What the fuck? Hey, there's a lot of you!
To everybody.
Yeah, I kind of spoiled that with Zero's DLC. Why the hell are you walking funny like that? What's inside these bags?
Everyone split up and begin recording. Understood.
Oh, saluting the fallen brethren. We'll make diamonds from their ashes. Bring them into battles with us. What's with the weird walking, though? Why do you walk weird? Don't get near me. Don't get near me! Ah! So I'm gonna assume that these are observers? Why do they interfere, though? They sound like they're not allowed to interfere.
I hope to see you again someday. But until then, I'd like to say thank you for playing.
Something interesting with the way that ended, by the way, viewers. Going back to Zero's DLC, where when we tried to they should give you much more experience than that. When we tried to see Michael's history of how things end, you can see that how the recording got abrupted, suddenly, just the way how a chord actually stopped the recording, which shows you that they were the ones responsible for that. Like, they didn't want us to know about this kind of information, which is make you question their intentions of what they're trying to do. Were they good guys, bad guys? And of course, nobody here is a good guy it's a Drakengard game. There is no good guys. Do not exist. Good guys do not exist. All right, viewers. So, getting back to what I was saying about the gameplay mechanics, about the dashing. Yeah, it is strange that it's not about strange. I think it's I really think it's sluggish. I think it's not fun. It's not fun having a dash that it's really hard to be useful as it is. Well, it is useful, but the fact that it actually breaks your momentum like that, it's kind of unfair, especially with the fact that you cannot block forever. If you try and block forever, especially if you try blocking against bigger enemies, they're gonna break your block. So blocking is good, but trying to trying to block and do the deflect attack, and to get maximum damage, it's really good, but it's not as rewarding as the mechanics seen in the other games, where usually if you time your block or if you time your counter attack, you're gonna get a really good reward. Like similar to how the Onimusha games work, when you guard and then do the deflect or the counter attack, you get a big reward. In this game, you get some sort of a reward, but it's not. It's like you get some damage, but it's not very effective most of the time. It's the only useful for it is actually stun the enemy for a little bit, and you not taking damage, and you still having your own stamina, which makes makes it a big problem if you try to dash and then block just for the sake of blocking, not for the sake of actually timing your block with the incoming attack. It's a little bit annoying. Gotta be it's a little bit ineffective, and I think something like that would what would fix that is pretty much maintaining the momentum of your running speed. If you actually dashed and then didn't go under your momentum of your top speed momentum while you're walking normally, this would actually be that would actually fix it and make the game a little bit more fluid, really fluid. But definitely, the fact that you every time you try to dash, you'll have to de-accelerate to the point you're almost fully stopped, and until you get your momentum back, which I think this is the one flaw that I see in the game. Other than that, I think the mechanics are basics. The mechanics are basic, pretty much. The weapons, I definitely wish that they would make the weapons a little bit better than it is. Like the spears in this game are only kind of exclusive to the shield wielding enemies, which is we're not gonna see a lot of them. I like the sword. I like the chakram a little bit. Chakram, once you actually get it, get a good weapon, it actually can be really good, especially trying to take care of like trying to manage and control larger enemies at once. And the fists are really a good way to stagger an enemy. You can actually land a lot of hits in a short period of time. They're not gonna do a lot of damage, but they're gonna help you stagger the enemies, where you can actually start landing the heavier attacks in that weapon. I know, as you saw, viewers, 4 gauntlets was really good with that. The big problem is definitely, I see it with the spear. If only, like, for example, this is a suggestion. If the spear had the ability to stagger enemies, or not stagger, to stun, the ability to stun hit enemies that it's hard to stun hit, like the spear wielding knights. The spear wielding knight, once you try to attack them normally, they're not gonna get stunned. They're not gonna get stunned. They're gonna continue their attacks, and this is where the problem lies. If they made the spear not necessarily having a lot of damage, if they allowed the spear to actually make it easier for you to just stun the enemies, actually interrupt their attacks, so you actually forced to use that weapon to deal with these kind of enemies, that would made it a little bit useful. But sadly, it was not. It's probably the most useless weapon, and they really better off just remove it and gave the ability to charge into to another weapon. Pretty much. Also, I guess it's although I appreciate having the game modeling a lot of weapons, most of the weapons are useless. Not only that, it's actually hard to tell what weapon, like the kind of special attacks that weapon have. Like you can do a heavy attack. Heavy attacks between swords are gonna be a little bit different. Once you do light, heavy, the heavy, the fifth heavy or the sixth heavy is gonna chain into a different attack depending on your weapon that you're gonna use, which is since you have a lot of weapons at your disposal, it's really hard to tell which weapon is gonna give you that effect. So if there was a way to look at weapons, actually try to how do you say it? If there was a way to recognize which ability that you can do, which type of attack that you can do from a certain weapon, by looking at it, or from checking its description or anything, that would have helped a little bit. But the only thing that you're gonna have to rely on is definitely with the damage. Like this is the only thing that's gonna help you. That you're gonna have to rely on. And once you actually get a feel of the weapon, you're just gonna have to you're just gonna have to stick with it, assuming that you like it. If you didn't like it, you're gonna have to change it to another weapon, which make upgrading these weapons is kind of a process where you're gonna have to invest a lot of money upgrading a certain weapon, and then you're gonna end up not liking it. So you spent a lot of resources, a lot of money, and a lot of resources, base material, especially at the very beginning of the game. They're gonna be a little bit rare, and you're not gonna get a lot of them. So wasting these resources and the cash is gonna be a little bit annoying, which I hope that this is where I see the problem with it. And I gotta be honest, the problem with the game in general is actually having a lot of weapons. As I said, I really appreciate the modeling, the work on the modeling. Like a lot of these weapons look absolutely, they really look cool, and I like them a lot. I like the designs for these weapons. Most of the weapons actually, but not a lot of them are useful. So I thought it probably would have been better if we had less weapons. So actually, less weapons and an ability to actually see what kind of attack types each weapon gonna give me, and that's it pretty much. That's it pretty much for the gameplay, viewers. For story, I gotta be honest with you, viewers. If you're not a fan of the Drakengard games, this game is gonna make you. It's really easy to lose interest in the game's story and aesthetics and all of that, especially if you're gonna play that shit on PlayStation 3. Holy hell, I'm glad that I played this game on emulated on PC. But god damn, the very beginning of the game definitely take an extremely like it takes a lot of time until you actually things start to progress a little bit, especially with the way that the game conceals certain information for no reason other than get a hold of something that will have an impact later in the game, which is something that Zero really had no reason to conceal at all. And if she had a reason to conceal it, there's absolutely no reason for it to actually talk about it, especially later in the game when she actually started to talk with explaining to Octa how how this thing with the flower started, which pretty much it didn't explain how did she actually get interact how she interacted with the flower in the first place. So it's a little bit lacking. The story is not very good, viewers. It's not very good. It's really, really not good. I really do not like it. I don't like the characters. Like Zero is okay. She's fine. I think her relationship with Mikhail is also fine. I think it's like especially definitely the way things going, and it explains a lot how she why she why she doesn't treat Mikhail with affection, because she doesn't want to have some sort of a lasting how do you say it, a lasting emotional impact, because they're gonna have a relationship where she knows that in the end she's gonna die. Mikhail is gonna have to kill her in the end, so it's she doesn't want to make Mikhail grow attached very closely to her, which in the end it failed, but at least this is probably the best thing about the story for this game, and probably even the character development with them. The rest of the characters, the disciples, the intoners, they could have done really something really good with one. I am surprised with the lack of Brother One outside of the first ending. Like I definitely predicted that we're gonna see a lot of one at the end. Probably there is gonna be a way where like I thought there's gonna be an ending where we're gonna actually manage to kill one, and ruin in some way ruin one's plan. As I said, in a way, but we didn't see anything from him, sadly. And he's an important character in the Drakengard lore. He's pretty much from like talking about how he is actually kind of related to what's gonna happen in the future, and by future I mean what's gonna happen in Drakengard 1. He's gonna pretty much establish the empire, establish a lot of things. He's gonna establish something that is called the Red Eye Syndrome. I'm not gonna talk more about that, but this is important. The game dropped a lot of hints to that. You're probably gonna catch these hints if you're well aware of what happened in that game. So I'm not gonna talk more about that. But the other characters, the other intoners, they're really, 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 really uninteresting. 5 is uninteresting. 4 is like they didn't do a lot of things with her. 3 is like some sort of a trope. 2, she's lovey-dovey with Scent, and that didn't grow into anything after that. The game tried to make us feel a little bit trying to make us a little bit empathize with her. Tried us to the game was trying so hard for to show 2 in a way so we can empathize her of what happened to her, but it didn't work for her. It didn't work for me, viewers. Didn't work for me. I don't know. I didn't get it. I didn't like it. It didn't have any impact with me. With 1, I liked 1 having some sort of a sense of purpose. It is sad that they didn't really capitalize on it. It definitely would have. They could have done something much better with it, especially of the way she actually kind of see how things are gonna go. I wonder if she actually, they could have done a lot of things with her. I think with the way that things were going with the one, they could have done a lot of really good things with her. But that's a missed opportunity that had a lot of potential for actually making it interesting. Yeah, other than that, the only reason that I'm really attached to this game, viewers, and I really do appreciate it because, I'm a Drakengard fan. I'm a Yoko Taro fan. I'm a big fan of the lore, the overall lore of the Drakengard and Nier universe. And this game did a really good job of establishing and putting the basis on a lot of the things that's gonna come in the future, or come sometimes in the future timeline, or even in the previous timeline. This is we're talking about Square One, but the game definitely shows that this is Square One. But once you actually take a look over the timeline, no, there's a lot of things that are actually happening. We might actually see something prior to Drakengard. To Drakengard 3's event. So if you're not familiar with the Drakengard games or the Nier games, this game will definitely, it's gonna be really hard to get attached to this game. I gotta be honest with the viewers. As much as I enjoyed my playthrough with this game, it's really gonna be really, really, really hard to recommend this game as is, especially if you're gonna play this game on the PlayStation 3. Try your best to play this game on an emulator. If you have a gaming PC, something that I actually said before, trying to one big problem with trying to grab these files, like to back up your copy from your Blu-ray DVD, or even a Blu-ray disc, or even more annoying than that, trying to grab your copy of the game that you bought digitally. If you bought this game digitally, viewers, and you're gonna try to actually take that particular copy, it's gonna be annoying. So I don't condone piracy, viewers. I really do not. But I gotta be honest with you, viewers. It's probably gonna be easier for you to just try and grab a copy from the internet, rather than actually try to dump your own game from your PlayStation 3. You actually have to. If you have the disc, you're probably the only thing that you need is a supported Blu-ray drive. There's a list for that. You have to get it. My copy was I bought this copy digitally from PSN, so I actually had to download the game, download the DLCs, and the process of actually dumping this game, it is quite the process. It takes a lot of time. You have to jailbreak your PlayStation 3. Gladly, I actually have like 3 PlayStation 3s, and I used one of them. No, I didn't have to use my main PlayStation 3, thankfully. And after that, you're gonna have to go through the process of trying to find the key, which is, there's a lot of guides out there, but it is quite the process. And I gotta be honest with you, viewers. If you ever want to play emulate a PlayStation 3 game, dumping it from the disc is easy. It's not that complicated. It's actually got even more easier from what I've heard. But if you're gonna get a digital game from PSN, I recommend that you just try and get a copy from the internet. I gotta be honest with you, viewers. Just get a copy from the internet. And it's much easier. Just make sure that you actually own the game, have a copy of the game. You gave money to those who worked on the game before you actually try and and get a copy that you can emulate in a seemingly and hassle-free way. Not condoning piracy, but dumping games from a PlayStation 3 is a bitch. The last thing that I want to talk about is pretty much the music. It's like it's Okabe, viewers. God damn it, that final boss soundtrack is absolutely amazing. It's by far one of my favorite soundtracks in gaming. Holy hell, the momentum, the tempo, the way that the songs transition from section to section, and the climax at where all of the 6 intoners starting dancing while trying to curse this world and try to destroy it. And my god, the music start hitting the high notes, and oh my goodness, it's an absolute masterpiece. That boss fight is an absolute masterpiece. Thanks, probably even solely to Okabe's performance. Okabe is a legend. This is not even his best. This is not even his best work. Like Nier, the Nier games definitely produced much better soundtracks, and highly recommend it that you guys play these games as well. For this one, viewers, if you are a big fan of the Yoko Taro universe, it's gonna worth a try. It's gonna be worth a try. Assuming that you have a way to emulate the game. Otherwise, playing the game on PlayStation 3, it's not a fun way to play it. It's really not fun. The frame rate is absolutely terrible. An action game's supposed to be extremely seamless, extremely fluid. Frame rates affect that. It's not even about 30 FPS, 60 FPS, 120 FPS. It's really about consistency. Like for me, 60 FPS, like 30 FPS for me is unplayable. But it's not a problem of 60 FPS. It's a problem of the consistency. Are you kidding me? Are you telling me that I'm gonna have to play this game? Yeah, gonna tell me that I'm gonna have to play this game on this hideous frame rate? No. Please try your best. If you want to play this game in the future, try your best to play it on an emulator. That's my recommendation. Otherwise, I really cannot see myself recommending this game. I am sorry. As much as I enjoyed it, it's really hard for me to recommend this game for those who don't have any attachment to the Drakengard games or probably even the Nier games. But thankfully, the Nier games definitely gained a lot of popularity, especially with the success of Nier Automata and the Nier Replicant remaster or remake, pretty much. I still haven't played that particular version, by the way, viewers. But yeah, probably if you want a better action game, even if you're not into the Drakengard or if you're new to the Drakengard and the Nier universe, it's actually better for you to start with the Nier game and the Nier Automata. Even if you don't have access to the remake of Nier, you're pretty much fine playing the original version on the PlayStation 3. Not this one though. Stay clear from this version. Stay clear from this version, viewers. Stay clear from it. Stay clear from this particular version as much as you can. Alright, viewers. So with that, I'm gonna conclude my review and conclude my playthrough of Drakengard 3. I definitely enjoyed it. Gotta be honest. Definitely enjoyed it. The final boss, viewers. Just the fact that I actually managed to finish the final boss in my first try. The amount of dopamine that's rushed through my brain and into my body is absolutely... I cannot describe it, viewers. I cannot describe the joy. I cannot describe the joy that I experienced once I actually got that. Holy hell. So yeah, I enjoyed this game a lot. Thank you very, very much for watching, viewers. I'll try to check you out, viewers, in the next playthrough. Hopefully, one of Yoko Taro games in the future. We're gonna do a playthrough of it in this channel. Who knows? Who knows? But anywho, thank you very much for watching. This has been Have a Nice Day. I had a voice crack. And I'll check you guys in the next Let's Play. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.